It's a chilly autumn afternoon in 1967, in the gritty logging town of Aberdeen, Washington. The air is thick with the scent of damp pine and sawdust, and in a small hospital, a baby boy Kurt Donald Cobain is born. His cries piercing the sterile quiet from the start. Kurt's life is a collision of raw creativity and a body that seems to fight him at every turn. A tale of genius tangled in pain. Kurt's early years are simple, at least on the surface. He's a wiry kid, darting through Aberdeen's muddy streets, blonde hair flopping as he strums an imaginary guitar, lost in dreams of music. But by age 9, the world cracks open. His parents' messy divorce hits like a sledgehammer, leaving emotional scars that soon turn physical. Teachers notice he's restless, his mind a whirlwind, and doctors diagnose attention deficit hyperactivity disorder, DHD. They prescribe Ritalin, and young Kurt, barely understanding, swallows the pills. They dull his spark, wrapping his thoughts in fog, but the chaos inside him keeps churning. By his teens, Kurt's life is a gritty reel of punk rock and survival. He's 16, bouncing between relatives' homes, sometimes crashing under bridges, the air heavy with river water and cigarette smoke. Around 14, a new demon emerges. Stomach pain. It's sharp, relentless, like a knife twisting in his gut. Doctors toss out guesses: irritable bowel syndrome, stress-induced gastritis, but no one pins it down. Kurt's diet is a mess. Greasy diner food, cheap beer, whatever he can scrounge. He's skinny, his flannel shirts hanging loose over a frame that's barely holding up. The pain becomes his shadow, trailing him to every dive bar, every chord he strums. By 1987, Kurt's 20, and Nirvana is born in Seattle's grunge-soaked underground. His health is already a patchwork of problems. The stomach pain is a constant torment, still undiagnosed. Specialists poke and prod, prescribing antacids, or muttering it's all in his head. Kurt's frustrated, his blue eyes burning with anger. Around 1989, he turns to heroin, the Seattle scene alive with distortion and rebellion. The drug numbs the fire in his stomach hand, the ache in his soul. He tells friends it's the only thing that works, but it's a deal with the devil. Heroin hooks him fast, and soon he's using not just for relief but to face the world, to stand under stage lights as Nirvana's fame ignites. It's 1991, and Nirvana's catapults them to stardom. Blares everywhere, but Kurt's body is a battlefield. Chronic bronchitis creeps in, his lungs raw from chain smoking and the grind of endless tours. Backstage, he hacks up phlegm, throat burning, but he pushes through, his voice a shredded howl that defines a generation. The stomach pain flares worse under FEM's pressure. On the tour bus, he's often curled up, clutching his abdomen, sipping milk to soothe the inferno inside. Doctors try everything: endoscopies, diets, even antidepressants, but nothing sticks. Some whisper it's psychosomatic, tied to his hatred of celebrity, his fear of selling out. Kurt just wants the pain to stop. It never does. By 1993, heroin is a beast he can't shake. He overdoses at least once, maybe more. Each incident a heart-stopping brush with death. His arms are scarred with track marks, his skin ghostly under stage lights. He tries rehab once, twice, but it's a revolving door. The stomach pain becomes a legend among fans, mentioned in interviews with a bitter chuckle. "I'm always in pain," he tells a reporter, voice low, eyes hollow. Some doctors suspect a peptic ulcer. Others point to Crohn's disease or a rare food intolerance. Kurt doesn't care about the label, he just wants relief, but nothing works. Mental health is another storm. By 1994, doctors diagnose bipolar disorder, though Kurt rejects the label. His highs are manic bursts of creativity, songs like spill out in frenzied brilliance. His lows are dark, bottomless pits where he stares into the abyss. Lithium is prescribed, but he hates it, says it dulls his music, his edge. Therapy, he won't touch it. His journals are his outlet, pages crammed with lyrics, sketches of skeletons, and rants about a body that betrays him. Physically, he's breaking down. Scoliosis, diagnosed in his teens, curves his spine, sparking back pain that touring grinds deeper. His slouch is part pain, part defiance. His teeth, neglected from years of poverty and addiction, ache constantly. Dentists warn of root canals, but Kurt waves them off. He's got bigger demons. By March 1994, in Rome, he's on tour, exhausted, sick. He's mixing champagne with Rohypnol, a dangerous cocktail. Courtney Love finds him unconscious in their hotel room and overdose. Maybe intentional, maybe not. He's rushed to a hospital, stomach pumped, heart monitors beeping. He survives, waking up angry, confused, lighting a cigarette and joking about Italian nurses. But the bravado hides a man unraveling. Back in Seattle, April 1994, Kurt's at his limit. The stomach pain is unbearable. Addiction, a chokehold. His mental health, a fragile thread. He's been to detox, but it didn't take. On April 5th, he retreats to the greenhouse above his garage. The details blur, but his medical history paints the picture. Chronic pain, untreated mental illness, and addiction formed a perfect storm. With a shotgun, he ends it, and the world loses a voice that screamed for a generation. Years later, fans and doctors still debate his ailments. Was it an ulcer, Crohn's? A mind so tormented it turned pain inward. His journals, later published, reveal a man haunted by his body's rebellion. A poet whose brilliance was chained to suffering. Kurt Cobain's medical history isn't just a list of diagnoses, it's a tale of a soul fighting to sing through the noise of pain. A light that burned too bright, too fast. Let's honor Kurt's memory by spreading awareness about mental health and chronic pain. Talk openly, support those struggling, and share his story to inspire change. If you want more stories like this, hit like, share, and subscribe to Co-Simplified to join the journey.